We all just dance up on a hill. We all just dance up on a hill. Digging, working the earth till we get our fill. Well, it's up and down and into the light and into the dark, a terminal walk or a lost art that we've forgotten about. That rain, that rain, that rain, that rain, she's coming. I was born to learn how to hold the line, and I was born to march from the beginning to the end of my life. And I'll learn to kill, I'll learn to fight.